Kathy Peterson. Today we are paying homage to the women in the Olympics, whom throughout the years continue to break boundaries and pave the way for women in sports. And joining me today is Jim Coleman, Assistant Sports Editor of the Palm Beach Post. Jim, welcome.
Good to be here.
Let's go back. 1896, there were no women participating in the Olympics.
That's right.
But by golly, we have come a long way, baby.
You're right about that.
Give me a little bit of background with the history of the Olympics.
Well, you're right. You know, every year, it seems like, every 4 years, I should say, women make more and more strides. You know, and I think probably one of the biggest historical aspects came in 1972, and that was
Title IX.
Exactly, Title IX. And that was a federal law that prohibits sexual discrimination against any federally funded programs. That includes athletics. Mm-hmm. And what you're seeing now is the payoff of that. You know, participation for college women in sports is up 400%. Wow. High school, 847%.
Yeah.
So you're creating like a feeder system now where more and more women are competing in sports, and by the time they reach the Olympics, they have a knowledge and skill in the sport.
Yeah,
you know?
And not only are they participating in the sports aspect, they're actually on the committee now.
Right.
Out of 110 International Olympic Committee members,
right,
how many are women?
Well, actually, there's only 16 now. So there's still progress to be made. Better than zero. Still progress to be made. You know, the more powerful executive board, there's only one. You know, so they've made a lot of strides, but there's still progress to be made.
Absolutely.
You know, in fact, there's like one country, Saudi Arabia, that still does not, you know, allow women to compete.
That's the only one that doesn't allow women.
That's the only one. A lot of the
Arab. Phenomenal.
It is. It is. A lot of the Arab states are now allowing women to compete. In fact, one of them, the flag bearer, was a woman who's competing in Taekwondo.
That's awesome.
It is. But there's just, you know, ski jumping and boxing are two sports that are now still male only. So there's still progress to be made there.
Okay. Let's talk about our favorite female athletes.
Okay.
The first name that comes to mind, Nadia Comaneci.
Nadia Comaneci is definitely one of my favorites. You know, 1976 Montreal. At the time, no woman had ever scored a perfect 10.
And she did that more than once.
She did it seven times. Exactly,
it's
7
amazing.
times. 7 times.
I get goosebumps thinking about it.
She really did. And you know what? She also brought a lot of spirit to the venue. There was 18,000 people that were there for the final competition for that. So, you know, when you think of women's gymnastics, you think of definitely, you know, that Romanian girl who just, you know, captured everybody's hearts that year.
What about Mary Lou Retton?
Mary Lou Retton in 1984, you know, really established what is a foundation for women's sports. You know, she was this bundle of energy and determination, running down that vault, you know, scoring a perfect 10 and winning the all-around competition. So you're talking about a 2-week period where this magic just ensued, and she became Sports Illustrated Sportswoman of the Year. All of the marketing and advertising things that happened for her.
Perfect.
And that's what America wants.
And what a great thing for the Olympics as well. And, you know, I'm sure that she really inspired a lot of young women as well. But let's go to today. Beijing.
Right.
Big country, big Olympic event. What's your take on that?
Well, Beijing was a controversial choice to host the Olympics, but as we saw in the opening ceremonies,
which were phenomenal, by the way.
Absolutely amazing. You know, some of the things that happened there, you know, you've never seen that before.
Never.
Hands down, best opening ceremonies ever.
I agree. I watched it twice.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. I mean, but certainly, you know, China has been able to put on a tremendous Olympics. You know, they have the manpower, the expertise, the money. And, you know, they're showing that this is a grand stage, and we want to put on the best show possible, and they are.
Absolutely. Okay, who do we need to watch today? One name sticks out in mind, 41-year-old Dara Torres, mother of 3, competing against teenagers.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely amazing story. You know, she gave birth to a child, and 15 months later was qualifying for the Olympic team, you know. And, you know, here she is, 41 years old, and I think that shows the determination and what an inspiration and motivation, providing not just women, but men, everybody. You know, when she was 33, she was still the oldest competitor back in Sydney in the year 2000.
That's amazing.
And 8 years later, here she is again. You know, incredible.
Great. Jim, thanks so much for being here. It's been great. lots of information about women in the Olympics. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thanks for joining us. The elections are coming up. What are your concerns? We'll take our cameras to the street to hear what issues are most important to you.